3, 2, 1.
Matt already cracked. Oh, you didn't fully crack it?
I didn't fully crack it. Cheers. We are
Jeez.
back after 2 weeks off. Welcome back to another episode of OTD Sports Talk. Everybody and the 10 people that listen to this, what is happening? So
what are those hand signals? What am I missing out on? Like, we got fucking devil horns.
I'm just excited to be back on the air, back live.
Well,
OTD Sports Talk. Da, 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 da.
Well, I mean, someone thought it was more important to do school than a fucking sports podcast. The last 2 weeks.
Honestly, it was school the first week, and then the next week was work. Regardless, though.
And then yesterday, work. 2 days ago, I got ditched for golf.
I played so good that round. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna let my dick hang right now. I didn't lose a ball. That's the first check mark.
Boom. Nice.
I shot an 81, like counting everything.
Solid.
Solid, like not bad at all. My driver, so like you know, on 8, guess how far out my second shot was. So the holes, it's a par 5, 500 and 50 yards.
Isn't that the one you bombed last time we were playing too? So what?
It was 100 yards out on 8, a 340-yard drive.
That's just your fucking hole.
Dude, the whole course was my hole.
Well, I mean, you played
everything was just 300 plus straight fairway. That was money in my irons. Anyways, not letting my dick hang about this. I don't really give a fuck right now. But
well, I mean, Vic, I gotta let my dick hang. Well, I shot a 92 counting every stroke.
Hey,
I can officially say I now know I can shoot under 100.
You have gone.
I didn't lose a ball until hole 14.
That is not bad at all, man.
And then on 18,
is this at Hunter's Green?
Yeah, on 18, I lost 4. Just trying to crush the ball and hit it into the lake on the
water hole. I gotta say,
I came out positive balls on that course. It was nice.
All that matters. Let's see if I'm looking for my ball and I find a ball. I'm just like, we're good. I'm happy. I'm content.
That's all you need.
I'm not too sure if I work this weekend, but if I don't, we're going golfing.
It's supposed to be kind of shitty, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, whatever. We'll see. See what the future holds for us. And it's good for you. I can't wait to go out there and we can both kick Tommy's ass on the course. Shout out to Tommy, you suck.
In Ontario, they fucking golfing's closed because of COVID.
So apparently there might be some new restrictions coming out on Friday.
I thought it was Thursday.
Or whatever it was, more restrictions, because this is the first time I've talked about COVID in like 2 weeks. But apparently we're up to like 1,700 cases, and the highest we were ever at was 1,900, I think, or something like that. Or just over 2,000. So the new variant's fucking everybody up now.
Yeah. I thought it was supposed to get better with the fucking vaccinations, but again, I don't pay attention. I didn't even know we were bad when we went into this lockdown again. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, boom, lockdown. I was like, wait, what do you mean? I didn't even know it was bad. That's how little I pay attention.
The gyms were open, and I was like, I don't even care what's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, all of a sudden, the gyms are closed. Like, why?
It's like, oh, let me look into this. What is happening?
I didn't look into it. I just said, I don't care.
Do you miss the gyms?
Yeah. Fucking sucks. Like, it was so annoying, too. It was barely open. Like, you finally get a nice routine again. It's like, oh, by the way, you can't go anymore.
That was the worst thing, just getting into that routine and just being, like, gone by. The nice thing is, though, golf courses are open, and honestly, that's been, like, my saving grace right now. I don't even think about the gym right now at this point. I'm just, like, so focused on golf this year.
That's fair. It's also nice because you get to just go golf for free, so.
Is it ever? Anyways, though, let's stop talking about what's happening in Alberta because it's a shitty province anyways.
Yeah.
Let's
look to the fucking New Zealand. If anyone's got citizenship and wants to marry me, I'm trying to head to New Zealand or Texas.
Let's see if we can arrange a 3-way here. I would love to get married to this individual as well too. So for that one person who might listen to this in New Zealand, hit us up. Thank you very much.
I'll empty my bank account into your bank account.
Anyways, let's switch to not provincial anymore, but to federal. It's a big social studies word right there. The Canadian Football League. The Canadian Football League has come out and announced that the league will be potentially starting on August 5th, and that the Grey Cup will be pushed back to December 14th
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
fucked.
That's gonna be a crazy game because usually the Grey Cup's about like mid-November, late
Yeah,
November.
which is usually snow, usually cold. December, you're definitely having snow. It's gonna be fucking cold.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a chill. It's gonna be a nipply bitch out there. Why did they just
Especially
do it
since
like it?
it's
Why
in
did they go to
Hamilton.
BC or something like
Yeah,
that? Go to
like why
some
didn't you
indoor
go
place.
somewhere inside?
Yeah, I guess they promised Hamilton the Grey Cup this year though, and they
I
can't
know.
deliver.
Well, I think they were supposed to have it last year, but
Oh, and everything just got delayed a year and pushed
yeah.
back. But I don't know. Do you think it's actually gonna happen? Or do you think they're gonna push it back again?
I hope so. If it doesn't happen, then the season's not happening.
Did they say when they all officially confirm this?
No,
Okay, so it's not happening then.
no, because I feel like them coming out and giving an actual date is more than we got last year. Like it was kind of like, oh, it's pushed back, pushed back. They never said like, oh, we're hoping to start at this date. It's kind of like, oh, see, this is not happening. You heard rumors, but CFL never actually came out and said anything, right? I don't know how they're gonna make it work though. I don't know if they're getting money because the government won't give a fuck all.
Well, they tried to get a loan last year. Sorry, people. Jesus. Well, they tried to get a loan last year, and the government said no.
Yeah,
Which I found very kind of that pissed me off in a way.
yeah.
I understand it's like a risky investment for the government, especially in hard times. But god
But
damn it, man, that the league's been around for so long. Just bail them out.
well,
You
and
bailed
same.
out Good Life already.
Yeah, well, and I see the thing too. It's like Canada loses millions of dollars investing in Canadian radio and TV and shit because they're all about trying to broadcast like Canadian stuff. They lose millions of dollars on that a year, but they're not willing to put up money for the CFL.
Sorry, who's losing millions a year?
The government, because they fund like something about like Canadian TV shows and stuff like radio.
Oh,
For
like
Canadian.
CBC? Because I
Yeah,
think CBC's run by the government.
yeah. I think that's what it was.
Or it's
Apparently,
a
they
government.
lose millions of
Yeah.
dollars doing that all year, but they won't give money to fucking the CFL.
The government, man, they're just stupid. It's just,
Fuck.
yeah, man, I have like no words to the government at this point. Like, I don't even follow politics, and I
I
understand
don't.
that the
I
Canadian,
just hate it all now, even more than before.
yeah, like the last 2 years, you just realize how crappy these politicians are and unprepared they are. And the more they are actually businessmen than anything else. And they're not even like actually interested in our well-being, really. They're more interested in their dollars. And
Oh, for sure.
Justin Trudeau's more interested in his image. And that's the biggest thing when it comes to politicians. All they care about is their image and their public opinion.
Popularity contest.
It's high school. It's stupid. It's childish. like
I've
Trump
never
proved this.
given a fuck about politics, and this just makes me want to give less of a fuck about it because it's like it doesn't matter. They're all fucking retards anyways, and we're in the shit. That's why I'm going to fucking New Zealand, Texas, or Florida. One of those fucking three places where I can live my life.
Yo, Arizona. I want to move to Arizona here in a few years. You in?
See, that's
Golf
too hot
year
for
round.
me. That's
Why?
too hot. I can't do plus 40, plus 45. Fuck no.
It's a dry heat. You'll love it. It's okay. So
No.
you know that heat when you get
I
into your
die in
car
30.
and you get those goosebumps and it's like that ooh, and it feels
No.
really good. That is Phoenix, man, in the summertime. It's so beautiful. Where's Texas is just as hot, you dipshit.
It is, but no, I don't think it's that bad. You're not...
Move to Arizona with me. Then I won't be
No.
alone.
Okay, that's fair. I still think New Zealand's the best option, but
Expensive though.
And I don't think they'd let us in the country.
Well, not right now, no.
That's
Maybe
what
in
I'm
like a
saying.
year or two. Nope. Why would you want to move right now though?
I don't know.
I would like to move right now.
I started to feel like the old people that bitch about our government being like, "Oh, this is becoming communist because you can't do this." Blah, blah, blah. Like the fact that provinces are being like, "Hey, you can't be outside your house at this time, and if you get caught, you get a ticket," is absolutely
That's a thing now.
Fuck to me. It's been a thing
There's a
in Quebec
curfew?
for a while. In
Oh.
BC, it's a thing now.
Oh.
I think it's been a thing in Ontario. So like, if you're not going to work or like get groceries or something essential, and they catch you, they'll fine you,
Mm-hmm.
which is fucked because that's you're now telling a free country that they can't be free, essentially, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
See, like from my opinion, I understand that, say for example, during war times, these politicians are able to exercise more authority than usual.
Yeah.
And I understand too, during a pandemic, they should be able to as well too, because they are the lawmakers. But the reason that what pisses me off is they're the ones that are fucking up this whole vaccine rollout, and they're fucking up this whole pandemic situation.
Yeah.
And their fuck ups are the reason why we're still in isolation. And that's the
Yeah.
piss off of me. It's their fuck ups why we're in isolation, and they have to make these rules because they can't figure their shit out. Right? Like, to be able to
Yeah.
lock people up for a year straight is criminal almost,
Yeah. Like,
especially when you're the ones causing
you
it.
should be letting people make their own decisions. Like, if you want to stay home, stay the fuck home.
Hmm.
I get if you want to make mandatory wear masks, that's fine. But
Yeah,
don't
I'm
tell me
fine
I
by that.
can't. Don't make it illegal for me to leave my fucking house.
Hmm.
That's just fucked up.
Yeah, I know, man. If I'm a tiny bit scared that on Thursday that they'll close golf courses.
I am too, but I highly doubt it because
We
Kenny's
do have a
more.
conservative government,
Yeah,
so at least there's some leniency there. But
there's
I don't know,
some,
man.
but
I'm fed up with this shit.
I'm
Wow.
so good.
So 10 minutes in and we are already balls deep in politics.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
no more politics for the rest
So
of this month.
CFL's back, people. For people who didn't get the gist of that.
Yeah, in a roundabout way, CFL hopefully back August. At this rate, we won't be able to go to fucking games though.
God no, we won't be able to.
But if we are, holy fuck, am I ever gonna go get loaded at an Eskimos game?
Yeah,
Edmonton football team game, sorry.
you can count me in, sir.
Man, I just want to go do something that I used to be able to do, you know?
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I want to go to a bar and just party. Like, that's like when that's been like the last thing on my list to do for the
Put
last
me in a
2
fucking
years.
crowded room with 1,000 strangers and just let's get fucked up.
Yeah,
Like
100%. Granted, my anxiety would be through the roof. I'd be like, oh,
not
fuck.
to, I feel like everyone would be in the same like feel good, fuck yeah, let's all get fucked up together mood, you know? I feel
Oh,
like
it
it'd be
would
a
be a
great
vibe.
time.
It'd be a vibe, man.
It'd
That's
be
for
a
sure. It'd be like those old
fantastic
days
time.
at the ranch when like you knew
Yeah.
everybody and like, hey, hey.
All right, anyways, back to sports.
Let's switch gears here. Let's go to the NFL.
To be fair, there's not a lot of sports that's going on in the world right now.
No, it's so boring. I'm sorry, but like I've been like
Baseball
forcing myself
season,
to listen to
irrelevant.
podcasts. Yeah,
You don't pay attention to hockey. Basketball is kind of at a stage where it's
we're just
nothing
ready for
exciting.
playoffs
You're
already.
waiting for playoffs. Nothing. There's a week
Do you
before
do
the
you think they
draft.
need to shorten the NBA season? Like,
No,
understandably, they
they will never.
have 82 games because they make a shit ton of money. But do you think it'd benefit like players and everything else? And like, if they went down to like 62 games?
They would never because in doing that, then you're asking all the players to take a pay cut. All the owners are losing shit tons of money because that's less ticket sales, less food sales, less everything. There's no way in hell that's ever going to happen. There's a reason the NFL's adding games onto their season.
Yeah,
It's to make more money.
yeah.
Health wise, it would probably benefit the players,
Mhm.
but
I think it would create better basketball.
I don't know. I don't think it'd change much. Like it might change your 8 seeds, right?
Yeah, I don't. It would never change it though. I agree with that statement. Um, but are we going to NBA or NFL here?
draft. NFL draft coming up here.
Yes, NFL draft coming up here. So, sorry. So obviously Trevor Lawrence is coming out number one. That's been a given for the
Yes.
last 4 years or whatever it is now
Since
at
he
this
was in
point.
high school.
Yeah. What is the recent news that's been popping up about him? I didn't get a chance to look into that. Have you heard about that?
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
Basically, I think it was his dad in an interview said like he could walk away from football and be happy and everyone should really be happy. Like so people were like, oh, he's not like a competitor, like, he doesn't have the drive to win. So he had to come and said, no, like I love football, football's everything, but like I don't need football to define me. I don't need to win in order to like prove I'm good at football or some shit like that.
Hmm.
So he's just chilling. Like, guy's one of the greatest fucking prospects in recent hit memory, and he's like, yeah, if I win a Super Bowl, I don't, whatever, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's fair for him. Because I heard like some news about him, and I didn't know if it was serious or not. If it was just some
Yeah,
overblown NFL draft stuff. Like it was like that
overblown.
one guy a few years ago who got caught smoking that ask bong, and his like draft stock
Larry
plummeted.
Tunsil.
Yeah, it's like if I'm an owner, if I'm a GM, I'd be like, I'm just gonna pick him up because he's a way better player, and I don't really give a fuck if he smokes weed.
But just don't get caught on your piss test.
Yeah, literally. So do you think Zach Wilson's going for second?
Yeah, Zach Wilson pretty much guaranteed second. Third, I don't know. Mac Jones was the favorite a week ago, and then
But he
what?
fell, did he not?
Well, so this one makes no sense to me. A fuck quarterback's pro day made all of a sudden Fields the favorite to be drafted third. How does you throwing to wide receivers under no pressure make you that look that much better to GMs and stuff?
I understand you can look at their mechanics a lot cleaner in those situations, but also B, it's not like you've been able. You could have seen videos like that before as well too.
Like, and you
So
can see
I
the
don't understand it
in-game
either.
situation.
It's like, what do you not see in a game situation compared to those games?
Like in a practice.
Yeah, I don't. Granted, it looks good when they throw those long bombs on a
Mm-hmm.
rope and they're perfect throws. That looks good,
Like off
obviously, that they can do
balance
those.
throws. But
Yeah, like it's the stuff that looks good, but
these guys are all doing it.
yeah, they're all doing it, man. I don't know. I don't. It's hard to see like a difference. It seems like every video you watch and that everybody's like, "Oh, that's nice. That's nice." It's like looks like the other guy.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. It's like a big debate who's third, Mac Jones or Justin Fields. I think it's going to be Fields. I thought it was always going to be Fields. I don't think Mac Jones is going to be that great of a quarterback.
Mhm.
Clemson quarterbacks never really or not Clemson, Alabama
Alabama.
quarterbacks are never really that special. They just have a fantastic team. He's
Hmm.
got two fucking receivers that are getting probably going to get drafted in the first round.
Yeah, exactly. And they popped off. And Mac Jones is a good quarterback.
He's
Um,
not bad, but
yeah,
I don't.
I know what you mean. Like he had a
Justin
lot of more.
Fields'
He had a lot more
playmaking
weapons around
ability
him.
is amazing. Like what he did in that Clemson game and that before the national championship was insane. Like he fucking single handedly,
He was their team.
and he got murdered. Like that guy was broken ribbed, like dead.
Uh-huh. Um. So what on this mock draft here, it says that Trey Lance will go seventh, and then Mac Jones is going 10th to
Well,
New England.
so
Like, do you?
here's the thing: is that no, that's not going to happen. The thing is, at four is where it gets interesting because no one knows if Atlanta is going to draft quarterback because they still have,
Matty Ice.
and he's locked in for a while, I think, and he's got a lot of money owed to him. So they're like, people don't know if they're either going to draft Pitts, a quarterback, or they're going to trade down. And if they trade back, that means someone's trading up to probably get either Mac Jones or Justin Fields who doesn't get drafted. And if that happens, then someone's probably going to trade up for five, or Bengals have five. So I think they're going to draft they should draft an O lineman. Because God, Joe Burrow needs some fucking help on the O line.
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping out right now. 1 second.
Yeah, your fucking camera froze.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to my Wi-Fi there. That just like my screen up top just flickered. Are we good
It
now?
just cut out. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, weird.
So
Um,
Bengals will select a 5-6. Who's six?
well, I want to go back to Matty Ice here. So Matt Ryan is signed through. He has 2 more years left right now. Next year he could make up to $23 million if all the money goes through. You can make up 23, and the following year he make up to 28 million. So then he has 2 more years left in his contract. So
What I mean is, if you're drafting Trey Lance, like you can let him sit behind them, but do you want to let him sit behind for 2 years? Maybe because you might not get
yeah.
a good chance to draft as high again.
Well, look at
I
Aaron
could,
Rodgers, for example. He sat behind Brett Favre for how many seasons?
yeah,
And
but he
he
also
was just,
dropped heavy in the draft.
yeah, he did big time.
Like I'll never understand that, but
No, me
it
neither.
worked out
But
well for him.
no, God, no. So you said So for Bengals, pick an O lineman. That's what you said. Penny Sewell.
Yeah, that guy. That guy's a beast. He's fucking
Yeah.
massive.
Cincinnati is the cheapest team ever. So they got the best deal with their stadium in like history. Like their owner has to pay next to nothing to actually rent out the stadium. Or no, he owns the stadium, sorry.
Yeah,
So and the city like built it for him.
that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's
they
they're
don't.
such
They're
a
the
cheap owner.
only team to not have an indoor practice facility. That's
Yeah,
how
their whole
cheap he is.
facility is terrible. It's
Yeah,
disgusting.
it's out like they're outside in Cincinnati,
It's outside
cold
their
weather.
field. It's like
Yeah,
right
like
next
that's
to their stadium on a grass turf.
yeah,
Like
that's awful.
it's like the Wildcats, man. Terrible, just
But
terrible.
I
Like I
mean, with
mean,
Joe Burrow,
Wildcat
they could.
standards is nice, but
But I mean, they still like put together decent teams sometimes. Every once a
yeah,
couple of years.
they can always get some teams. Like when they had Carson Palmer and Ocho Cinco, they were playoff teams.
Yeah.
Recently, they haven't been a playoff team, but
Oh, with
you
Joe
know,
Burrow,
at
they're gonna be
Joe
going up.
Burrow, they just need to add some more pieces. They got a good O lineman
They
in
gotta
there, and
protect them, man.
they got a good receiver as well too. They got some offensive threats.
Yeah.
They have a
Like
strong
apparently he wanted
defense.
Jamari Chase, but there's no way they draft him that high unless they trade down because someone wants to take a quarter. If a quarterback goes at 4, someone's gonna try and trade up to 5 or 6 to get that last quarterback.
Oh, and just secure it. Who do you think Miami was going to draft?
They're 5 or they're
6,
6. I don't know.
because they don't need
Depends
a
who's
quarterback. Do they
available.
go for Jamar Chase?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they take Jamari Chase or Jalen Waddle. I don't. What's the other? I always get it mixed. Is Devontae Smith the Heisman
Devontae
candidate?
Smith. Yeah.
So apparently at his pro day or not like I don't know some free draft combine, he
Mhm.
measured at 6 foot 0.2 inches because they really had to include the 0.2 inches in there and 166 pounds
166 pounds.
at 6 foot even. That guy
What's
is small.
so? It's like the oh my gosh, what's his name? Masters 2021 Zalatoris.
Zalatoris.
Yeah, so he is. Hold on one second, people watching this. Will Zantoris. He is 6'2", 75. I think he's like 150 pounds.
Yeah, but you're comparing
Yeah,
fucking
160 pounds, and he's 6'2".
just a skinny, lanky bastard.
Yeah, like that's ridiculous. I can only imagine Devontae Smith. Smith,
Like he's
especially when he
not a
plays
big
football.
guy, but like he's so good. The only reason he's not rated way higher is because of his size, which sucks. But
Mhm.
like I don't know. I feel like he's the best receiver in the draft.
I feel like he's somebody. Even if you need to put on 10 pounds of muscle, 15 pounds of muscle, it wouldn't be too
Yeah,
hard when you have your NFL trainers.
yeah. Well, he's still a young guy. Like
Like, would you draft him over Jalen Waddle?
yes,
Hmm.
I dropped him over him and Jamari Chase. Not Kyle Pitts, but
So okay, so who do you think the Broncos select at 7? Then do you think they go for a
they gotta
quarterback?
go. They gotta go quarterback if there's one
You
available.
don't think Drew Lock's the answer?
He hasn't proved that he is. Not not that they had a bunch of help on offense, but he hasn't proved that he could be. Like I say if you still have Trey Lance or Mac Jones or somehow Fields sitting there, I say you take him and let him sit for a year, give Lock. Yeah, then do you even bother playing Lock? Like maybe just move on from him. I don't know.
Trade him.
I don't think your answer is drafting a receiver or something.
Um, see, I kind of feel like they might want to draft a receiver. So, in comparison to other NFL drafts, is this one more of a QB stacked draft?
To the start, I seen one thing that said the top 3 receivers in this draft are better than any of the receivers from last draft, but after that, it's a huge drop off.
So, like the
I
first
think
15 players are big, and then everybody after that's kind of a mishmash.
I don't know. Like I think I heard that there's a lot of good O linemen in this draft,
Uh-huh.
not a lot of good D tackles. That's all I've heard.
Okay, that's fair. Because I'm kind of wondering if you are Denver, you draft a receiver to see if you can ignite Drew Lock a bit more and give him a weapon. And if that doesn't work, then wait till next year's draft to try and draft a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think next year's quarterback draft's that spectacular. Though, is the only thing.
See, that's the downside to that, like trying to play a long game where it's like, well, if we wait another year, if we go with him, we're kind of stuck with him if there's no draft, unless they get a
But
free agent or something, Deshaun
yeah,
Watson maybe, or
who knows what
trade for
happened
him.
with that guy? I guess. Yeah, we could. I don't
Um,
know. I know what the
so
answer is.
what do you think Carolina should draft it? So in this mock draft, they have them drafting an O lineman, Rashawn Slater. Do you feel like they drafted an O lineman, or do you go with a receiver?
No, I like O lineman. Protect
Mm-hmm.
your because you have DJ Moore, who's a stud.
Mm-hmm.
You got Christian McCaffrey, who's
McCaffrey.
absolute stud. Their defense is all right. I think I don't know what their O line's like. I don't pay enough attention to know, but you can never go wrong with drafting an O lineman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get them on a cheap contract. Okay,
I
and then
think
we'll do the last two picks here to round out the top
10.
10. Detroit Lions, Jalen Waddle. Detroit
They
need a lot.
yeah. Jared Goff's gonna get beat up there.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy.
He's gonna get paid a lot of money to do it, but
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, all things considered, I don't even know what to say about that. like,
but yeah, I'd say draft the best available player. Really,
yeah, if you're Detroit. Who do you think the Patriots at number 10 select? Do they go quarterback or do they go O lineman, receiver?
I could see them trading down if their quarterback isn't available. I see them drafting what the fuck's his name from Kyle Trask in the later round. That's like the type of quarterback I see them drafting in later round because they like the fucking later drafts for quarterbacks, like the later rounds. I feel like, and
Yeah.
that's someone I could see them trying to like build for be a backup for a couple of years and gain experience because fucking Stidham's garbage. That didn't work out.
Oh, who?
Jared Stidham, their other guy who was supposed to be the next new fucking thing, but he's gone
They
off.
drafted him last year.
No, not last year, a while ago, but he was supposed to like possibly be starting last year. But God, he was so bad.
He only played in the preseason, did he not?
I think so. And maybe when Cam was out, I don't remember.
Maybe he was only out for a few games though,
But if they don't, if the I don't, yeah, I feel like the Patriots, unless somehow like Trey Lance is sitting there at 10, then I feel like they couldn't pass on him because that's a position they need. But other than that, I don't know where they go. Like their defense is pretty good.
yeah,
They could draft a receiver if there's any receivers left on the board.
Yeah, like if they still have like either Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I'd take
Jamar
them.
Chase.
Yeah, because you lost Edelman.
Oh yeah, that's right. He retired.
He retired.
They cut him and then they retired.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
That sucks for him. It was just a shitty way to end a career after injury.
Yeah, literally. I feel bad for the guy, but then he's a millionaire, so
yeah.
whatever.
So you don't feel that bad.
Yeah, no, literally.
Also,
Aldon
Alex
Smith. Did you hear what happened to Aldon Smith?
So I seen he had a warrant out for us for battery assault or something.
Do you know what he did?
No.
Oh my! He strangled somebody unconscious. Sorry, he strangled somebody until they were unconscious in a coffee shop.
In a coffee shop.
In a coffee shop.
Must have been a rough morning.
It was funny. April 15th, he signed the contract with the Seahawks. April 17th. Like, bro, can you not be happy for at least a week after you get paid? You know what I mean?
I didn't even know he signed with Seattle, so I forgot about that. Now you say it, I just always think of him as a Raider. But
no.
Like, what are you doing? Like, does it not go through your mind like, hey, if I do this, I've already had multiple second chances. I guess someone like that just doesn't care.
Yeah, at that point, after your sixth time, it's like you mentally you're stuck in that trap of just
Yeah,
doing stupid shit. Obviously, I'm gonna assume that if he were to pass away here and they looked for CTE, I would say he probably had it. So
it's hard to
here
say
are
from the
his
guy personally.
here is his legal issues on Wikipedia. Shout out to Wikipedia, you got me through high school barely.
Yes, sir.
So 2012, he was arrested for DUI. Um,
Which is not in the grand scheme of things, that's not that bad to get over.
yeah. Also, one thing, if you have the money to pay for a DD and somebody drive your car home, just like
Cab, Uber, like 2012 Uber wasn't really a thing, but like cab, that was not that hard.
yeah, like you have the money.
Like if you have the money to pay for someone to drive you there, stay
Mhm.
sober and drive you home. It's not that difficult. Figure it out.
So then later on in 2012, he was believed to have suffered stab wounds when trying to break up a fight. And
Well, see, he's
a
being
few
a good
months later,
citizen.
a few months later, he was charged with 3 felony counts of illegal possession of an assault weapon
All right, well,
relating to the stabbing incident.
all right,
The
well.
charges were later reduced to misdemeanors. Um, on September in 2013, he was involved in a single vehicle accident. He was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence and possession of marijuana. He entered after the third week. He entered a rehab facility.
How dare he possess marijuana?
Yeah, literally. In 2014, Smith was detained and arrested following the incident at the LAX, in which Smith became belligerent and uncooperative with a TSA agent who alleged Smith claimed he was carrying a bomb. After interviews revealed that Smith did not clearly state he was carrying a bomb, the Los Angeles city attorney decided to drop the charges.
All
Smith
right.
was suspended for 9 games for the 2014 season.
Jesus Christ. It sounds like this
Okay,
guy's got a drinking problem.
2015, Smith was arrested in Santa Clara for an alleged hit and run after driving under the influence and vandalism charges. He was released by the 49ers the next day. 2016, he was clean. 2017, Smith was a passenger with a friend driving to Smith's house. Um, both him and his friend and the driver were under the influence. Even though Smith is not the driver, both Smith and his friend were detained the next day, released, no arrests were made. Multiple. In 2018, someone called the police from Smith's home, and reported that he had consumed multiple bottles of tequila and bit her wrist. Smith reportedly fled the home before police arrived. On 2018, Smith was arrested for violation of a court order where he was ordered to stay away from a woman he assaulted earlier in the month. The woman was revealed to be Smith's fiance's. In 2018, Smith was arrested for violations and conditions to his bail. And
So this
then
guy just got a laundry list.
it's all like very small things, though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought there was like some bigger things than
I
that.
thought there was one bigger thing for
Me
sure.
too. Because he was with the Dallas Cowboys there when he right? Or no?
Yes, I do believe so. And then to the Raiders for a while.
Yeah, Raiders, but he was suspended for 2 of the seasons with the Raiders. He only played
Yeah.
9 games with them. But like when he was with San Francisco, he was balling out there.
No, like obviously, if you're getting that many chances, you're a good player. But after this one, I think his career's done.
Well, do
It
you
sounds
think
like to
Josh?
me this guy has a serious drinking problem.
Yeah, man. Like,
A
yeah,
lot
like
of
a
DUI
serious drink.
incidents.
Yeah, I don't know why like, you get paid so much money. Just pay for DD. Like,
It's not that difficult.
not that difficult, especially with Uber. It's like more convenient to do that than to drive home. In all
Yeah,
honesty,
literally.
all in all, we'll see if he gets his life figured out.
I
And that's
doubt
coming from me, a 23-year-old who does not have your life figured out, my life figured out. So
it. I won't.
pay attention, Aldon Smith.
You fuck up a lot less things than he has.
Alex Smith retires. This was kind of a surprise. I thought he was going to do another season or two.
I said this before. I thought he was gonna retire, especially because I think he was only looking for somewhere he could go and play and start. Like I don't think he was interested in the same role he had last year, being a backup, only getting to play because of injury. Like I think he was 5-1. Like he proved he could still play.
Yeah.
But I don't think he wanted to go through another season being a backup. So he's just like, I may as well just retire because I know there's nowhere he can go and just play right away.
I honestly thought that he was going to get picked up and signed somewhere and at least have the ability to compete for a starting position.
There's just I feel like there's nowhere that's looking for a starting quarterback who is going to draft one this next week.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, there's not that many open spots right now.
Yeah. Yeah, there really isn't at this point. Like, I'd say Carolina, they filled their position. New York Jets are going to
I still
draft
think
theirs.
Teddy Bridgewater is fucking a good starting quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't understand that Sam Darnold trading in your eyes.
You don't.
I like Sam Darnold. I think he's a good quarterback, but I think Teddy Bridgewater is also a good quarterback.
So do you think that he is better than Teddy Bridgewater though, Sam Darnold?
Not right now, maybe in the future, but that trade's more for the future.
So then do you play Teddy Bridgewater this year?
No.
No, you play Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
They're talking about trading him, aren't they?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Aaron Donald.
Just like how the 49ers aren't gonna trade Jimmy Garoppolo still. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you think that they should? What happens if Jimmy G doesn't perform like he should be this year? Trade
Well, I
him
don't
and
know if
then use
he's
your
gonna
backup.
start.
I'm assuming he's going to start. I don't think they'll start the rookie quarterback over him.
Maybe he
unless
fucking
he's
has an
injured.
impressive camp. I don't
Yeah,
know
but
what they're gonna do.
I feel like he would at least start the first few games, and then if there's like a reason to get rid of him, bench him, then they will. But
Yeah. See, my biggest thing still is the fact that people don't know or like so wishy-washy if the Niners are drafting the fucking Mac Jones or Justin Fields. So either the 49ers actually don't know what they're doing, which is fucked up that you traded that much for a third overall and you still don't know what you're doing, or they're just doing a really good job of hiding who they're picking.
do you think it'd benefit them more if they were to draft like a Kyle Pitts and then have both like the tight ends and just dominate in the
You
inside?
would no, there would have been clearly they don't have faith in Jimmy G. There'd be no reason to trade that high up for a
Then why don't you just trade Jimmy G then?
I
Get some pieces for him while he's still valuable.
don't know.
Is that what you
Is
would
he
do?
that valuable though? He was owed a lot of money, and I can't remember last time he played one full season, made the Super Bowl, mainly on the back of a defense and a solid run game.
Yeah. Let me look up his contract right here. Give me 1 second.
Like I think his contract's up soon, but he's still owed
So are
money.
they just gonna? If it's just one more year, I can see them just letting that.
I think it's like 1 or 2.
Come on, internet.
Would you like me to look it up instead?
No, I got it. It just loaded. I don't understand. It says 2021. I'm assuming that's this upcoming year then.
Yeah.
And then so he has this year and then next year as well too then.
Yeah. But I think after this year,
$24 million base salary.
this year.
24 next year as well too.
Oh, it's the same. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna be able to trade him or not. I think they'll start the year though.
He got so like in 2018, he made $41 million.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would say they should trade him, but at the end of the day, they could just have Justin Fields as a backup for the next 2 years and then have like a smoother transition.
I wouldn't say 2 years. I'd say 1 year max. I'd say Jimmy G starts about half the season, and if they're winning like they're like fucking 8-1 or something, obviously you're not gonna bench him. But if you're bound 500 or you're a losing record, I say they put in the rookie.
That's fair. So that's about all the NFL my brain can handle with not a lot going on in the NFL.
I mean, there's quickly. I don't know how some guy decided to sue Aaron Donald before seeing a video that Aaron Donald probably saved this guy's life.
Wait,
Like,
what was the like official story that came out? Like,
did you
what really happened? Because I heard he punched the guy and started a fight, but then that's not true. So like, what
did you
happened?
see the you not see the video?
No.
So in the short clip I seen, this one guy gets like hit, knocked down, and these guys are like kicking him, and Aaron Donald runs in and like pushes the guys off of him.
Oh.
Yeah. And the guy that was getting kicked was gonna sue Aaron Donald. But then after the video, he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. I'm not suing him anymore. I apologize."
Oh my
But
gosh.
in the video, you can very clearly see that like Aaron Donald helps the guy.
What an asshole. Belligerent
And then
asshole.
also Deshaun Watson's case is going to court. And if what his lawyers say is true, there's a
It's not.
lot of fucked up women out there trying to get money from him.
Yes. Did you? I have the official report actually here screenshotted.
I briefly went through it, but like they're saying one of the chick's family members said the one chick was doing it for money and she'd be on Deshaun Watson's side if he gave her money.
So, all right. So here it is. So some of this wording's a little bit like, all right, douche.
Official.
But 8 of the plaintiffs bragged about, or praised, or were excited about massaging Watson. 7 of the plaintiffs willingly worked or offered to work with Watson after the alleged incidents.
Yeah.
3 plaintiffs lied about the number of sessions they actually had with Watson. 5 plaintiffs lied about their alleged trauma and resulting harm.
I seen that one.
That one's a bit of like that's a stretch one. Like, anyways,
Well,
though, because you can't like you're lying about your trauma. It's like you never actually know. But
where it makes sense to me though is one chick saying, "Oh, I can't get through a session without like having trauma or something." But then they've like come out
oh,
and then like they come out and said like, "No, you've done multiple like massage with other people and you haven't had any. They've had no problem."
okay, I understand that. And then five plaintiffs told others they want to get money out of it, and the other 5 plaintiffs said they have scrubbed or entirely deleted their social media accounts, which I
Yeah,
don't know what
like
that one means at all, but I'm sure it's probably people like harassing them or something like that.
yeah, there's probably a lot of that. I don't I don't know. I'm
See,
surprised it's
and
going to court though. But clearly, if Sean Watson's this confident that he doesn't want to pay money,
um, like what might be the shitty outcome of this though is if it was like an actual like sexual assault like 1 or 2 times and
yeah,
it
that's
actually
the
did
thing.
happen, and then so what they try and do is they try and get more people to like
Make
support
it
it, and there's right then it's harder to overturn if 20 people say they did, but then it's like the 1 or 2 get washed out,
yeah,
and like
because
that would
there's the
suck if that
five
actually
people that said they're doing it for the money, right? That's how I kind of feel too. Like that would be
yeah,
shitty.
that'd be super shit. Like once you kind of punch those holes in the bucket, the water drains out.
But at that point, I
But
feel like that's on the lawyer for being like making up shit. Like
yeah, or the individuals. Like if you have
well,
3
both, yeah,
strong candidates to go to court with those ones. Like go to court with only the ones that are
that
real.
you know.
If that is the case, I don't know if it's real or not. Though, like, fuck, all of them could be or telling the truth or lying.
If they're all lying, what pieces of shit?
Yeah,
And
and
if they're
also
all
if they're
telling the
telling
truth, Sean
what a piece
Watson's
of
a piece
shit.
of shit.
What a piece of shit he is.
There's either way, there's some pieces of shit on one side of this.
Yeah, we just got to figure out what side of the piece of shit people belong
Yeah.
on. I hope it's like nothing actually happened. Like
I
out,
hope
you know.
this might be bad of me. I hope that it's all fake and it's all proven that each individual one never had any problems with it and they're all trying to get money
Yeah.
and they get shamed and fined or sent like at least a community service. Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people cry wolf way too often nowadays and it's really annoying.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was that one NBA player or prospect, sorry, and he was just coming out of high school, and then a female like cried wolf about it,
Yeah.
and it was like 3 years later, after years of court, and she came out and said, "Yes, I lied about these allegations." But then she was like too deep in the lie where she couldn't just come forward until she
Yeah.
finally did, and like it ruined his whole NBA career
Yeah.
and dream because he couldn't play for 3 years.
Yeah. And after that, like you're fucked. Good luck getting a shot in the NBA after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the thing. Allegations like this, if you lie about like that'll ruin people's lives.
Yeah. But then
That's
they too, if
fucked
the
up.
allegations are true, then it's the other way around.
Oh yeah, then
Ruin
it's yeah
somebody else's
okay.
life.
Good for you. Like good for you for coming out and bringing this to light that this person's a
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
It's
And
just
just a
it's
piece
just
of
one of those
shit.
like really sensitive areas.
Well, I mean,
It's
it's
always their word against the other person's word, and it's like which one's true.
well, I mean, at this point, I feel like I could safely say that there's at least a few of them that are just in this for the money
I think so as well too, which sucks
because
for the
that could
ones
just
that
fuck it
might
over
be.
for everyone else.
Yeah, for the ones that might be true.
Yeah. All
Um.
right,
Anyways, let's not
we
talk
got a
about the
lot of
sketchy.
fucking NFL talk for no NFL happening.
Literally, oh my gosh, I was expecting us to be like 10 minutes of like bullshit, but the NBA news. So the big
First
news. I
things,
mean,
no,
sorry,
first
go
things
ahead.
first. Did you know they're having a play-in style tournament this year for the playoffs?
Yeah, they did it last year for the bubble.
Yeah, but I only realized a week ago that they're doing it again this year.
Me too. I heard it on a podcast. I was like, oh, they're doing that again. Cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
What do you think
so the
about it?
Raptors still got a chance.
Do you like it?
It's yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like when Luca came out and it's like you play all these games and it comes down to one game, then I'm
yeah,
like,
like
well,
for the
if you're the
players, I
better
can see
team,
how
then
it
you're gonna
sucks.
win. So what's the problem?
Yeah, I like to see how it's a player for selection, and now you have to
Mm,
play extra games. But yeah, it's cool. Gives it more, gives more teams a chance.
yeah. It gives you better games to watch as well too. Like if
Yeah,
you
I
have
don't
these
know.
games early on, it grabs your interest, right?
Yeah, it makes it interesting.
Mm.
I
Cause you're gonna
like
cheer
it.
for underdogs,
Yeah,
right?
and so
Everybody's gonna have a
10
team
team
where they
makes
want
it
to
in,
see.
and all of a sudden they fucking upset number one in the first round, which
Yeah.
never gonna happen. But
So I thought of this idea as a really wacky, like not wacky. It's out, out on left field though.
I
But
think up to this point, I've strongly disagree with all your wacky ideas. So let's see how this one plays out.
okay, so 9 teams in each playoff. Okay, so
Okay.
9 teams from each conference make it, and then a middle pack seed, so like either like 6 or 5 or 7, gets a bye week in the first round.
Why?
It will help promote like a Cinderella story or an underdog to make it to the finals
Yeah.
and
See,
make it feel like that interesting storyline.
we fucking shot
But
and
then
missed on that
you have
one
to
too for
then
me.
you have to like you can strategically approach it really. Well, do we want to win these next few games and try and get home court advantage,
Yeah, but then you're
or do we
promoting
do that
tanking.
and then we get a week off?
Yeah, but you're promoting tanking
Not really though, because they're
because
already in
no
the
one wants to be
playoffs.
number one seed. The only way that works is if you give number one seed a bye.
But then they're just gonna be too overpowered though to do that. They're
That
just gonna
doesn't
win.
matter.
No,
You can't just give a middle of the pack seed a bye because the
yes,
teams
you
are gonna
can.
purposely try and lose to get to that seed, and then teams are gonna be playing each other, both trying to lose, and it's just gonna be shitty basketball.
Fuck you. It was a
Also,
good
no one,
idea.
there's no way anyone would ever agree to this. You're big Selena myth on that one. I think you're 0 for 3 on your wacky ideas now.
That was a good idea because then you have those
No,
Cinderella stories of 7 seeds that can actually
I,
make an
ca-
upset and push deep.
I see where you're getting at, but no, same. Because
Well,
then
I'm
there's
kind of
no
done
incentive
talking
to
about the
fin- There's
NBA
no
now.
incentive to finish first.
I'm done talking to you. I'm tired of this.
All right,
You're not
podcast over.
supportive of my ideas.
Well, come up with better fucking ideas.
Okay, well, how about we just give the championship to the Jazz then this year? Screw it.
No,
They're going to win
because
it
I don't have.
anyways. Might as well save the knees.
I lost all of my faith in the Jazz after they lost to a LeBron and AD less Lakers.
Yeah, but then they pumped the fuck out
But
of them the next day.
doesn't matter.
Okay,
Lost.
Gobert wasn't playing. Donovan Mitchell wasn't playing. Mike Conley wasn't playing.
I
Rice
thought
O'Neal wasn't
Donovan.
playing.
They were literally all playing.
No, they weren't. The first game, they weren't.
None of them.
Mike Conley might have.
Yeah, no.
I know Gobert was out, Mitchell was out, Royce O'Neal was out, and
I
there was
thought
a
that was the
fourth
game.
one.
I thought
Jordan
that was the
Clarkson
game.
was out as well too.
I thought that was the game where Mitchell got hurt.
No, he got hurt 2 games before that or a game before that. The game before it, because then it was announced after the game. Like, oh,
Clarkson was playing. Ingles was playing. Bogdanovich was playing. Okay, so Mitchell, Conley, and Gobert were out.
and Royce O'Neal.
No, he played.
Oh,
Played 39 minutes actually. Jordan
no.
Clarkson, who you also said was out, played 46 minutes.
Anyways, though, their 3 best players were out.
Yeah, that's fair. They're also missing the 2 best players in the world.
True. But also at the
Apparently,
same time,
80's
too.
coming back, baby.
Tonight,
Tonight? I don't think so. Like a
is today
week.
Thursday?
Today's Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
So, and apparently LeBron's not supposed to be not far behind them.
They said end of the month.
Yeah, I just know I seen like when it was like 80's supposed to come back in a week or so, and then LeBron not far up after.
So do you think he's going to make it through the rest of the season, or do you think he's going to have to sit out half the games? 80.
No, he'll make it through, right? Because now it's a good time where the season's almost over. There's not that many games left. You'll just kind of get in shape and be ready for playoffs.
That's fair.
So are you still sticking with Jazz winning the championship?
Yes, more than ever now.
See, my thing is, whatever team stays healthiest is going to win the championship. Because Harden's out indefinitely now after a setback. Durant got fucking hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who knows if AD and LeBron are going to stay healthy.
LaMarcus Aldridge retired. That was huge. I felt bad for the guy.
Yeah, that sucks. That's really sucks.
It sucks for him.
Like, Donovan Mitchell, who knows how serious his ankle injury really is.
They said they reevaluate in a week. It doesn't look that serious though anymore.
Yeah, no, it's just like it definitely like a twisted ankle. It sucked and it hurt, but like everyone's just getting hurt at terrible times. Like I can't trust the Knicks or the Nets enough to stay healthy to make a fucking championship run.
Me neither. I do. I love what Steve Nash is doing out there though. And he's kind of forced to at this point, but to make adjustments on the fly and different rotations on the fly. It's always something new every game, it seems like. And I like it. It's interesting.
Yes. Also, in these last 2 weeks, I've gained a lot of respect for Harden because the Nets with Harden winning. Nets with no Harden and Durant
losing.
50-50. You don't know if win or lose. James Harden makes that team 10 times better, I think.
I saw how good of a player Harden was this year because he was able to change his game ever so slightly to fit perfectly with Brooklyn. Because look at Houston, it's just like he just shoots a lot. That's why he gets all these numbers. But when you look at Brooklyn,
he had no
he's
one
actually
pass the
smart.
ball to.
Yeah. He's putting up good stats. He's doing what he's doing with the stars around him still.
He's not afraid to dish the ball to the better players and defer. But when he's shooting, he knows he's hot and he'll shoot.
Yeah, he's a really good teammate on the court.
Yeah, I've gained a lot of respect for him in the last year, especially because the Nets weren't winning when he was out of the lineup. I noticed they weren't winning. I'm like, he really is like that difference maker for the Nets.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I completely agree with that. But then when you look at, go back to like the Jazz going to the championship, Clippers are getting hot right now, and playoff rondo's a thing, so you gotta be wary of that though. If you look at the Nuggets,
playoff Paul George is also a thing.
That's true. Counterbalance. They're neutral right now. The Nuggets, I don't see them as a contender anymore. Sadly, Jamal Murray.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
That sucks. I wanted to see what the Nuggets could have done this playoffs. It would have been good.
I just like seeing Canadian out there balling, lighting it up.
What I was looking forward to too. It's not even that he is out for this year. This is an injury that's gonna go probably till halfway through next year as well too. So this whole like Aaron Gordon signing, we won't really be able to see the full strength of until next postseason.
Yeah, that sucks.
Which sucks. I feel bad for that organization.
I think he'll be. I don't think he'll miss. He might miss sometime next year, but I don't think it'll be a lot.
Usually it's 8 months. I think for an ACL now.
I feel like it's quicker now. I feel like these injuries just get healed a lot quicker. Okay, while we're on this, LaMelo Ball is some kind of fucking god. Like, this guy had a break in his wrist just over, like a couple days over a month ago, and he's already beginning to be back in a couple days.
That's what I do with my collarbone.
You're not playing in the NBA.
Yeah, I was playing a more contact sport.
I'm just saying, I feel like a fractured wrist is not something you come back from that quickly. Especially, it's something you're using 24/7 in basketball.
Yeah, especially as a rookie, when you're just kind of. But I mean, you can just tell he just loves basketball.
Yeah.
Okay, if you could go back to last year's NBA draft and you were the Golden State Warriors, and you could draft LaMelo Ball, do you draft LaMelo Ball?
Oh,
No.
where is he playing?
How interesting would LaMelo Ball, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson be?
I don't think that.
That would work. That would be so nice. He would fit in so perfectly that system. He would just be like young Steph Curry.
I don't know though, because I think I want Steph and LaMelo both having the ball in their hand.
Well, then, but you treat him as like a six man, or you could even have him playing off the ball as well too. LaMelo,
I think
like he's
they
just out
both
there
play
making
better with the
plays.
ball though.
No, Steph Curry plays best without the ball.
Yeah, when he's fucking just jacking up threes,
Off
jumping into
screens,
people.
off
Like,
you. That's how Steph Curry gets his shots. He runs around and gets open. He goes off like 4 or 5 screens and gets open.
did you see
The,
that
the plays
fucking?
you see by him are the step back threes of somebody covering. But if you
Well, did you
watch it,
see
like
that one? I think it was against Boston where he literally jumped into the guy for the end one.
no, I didn't see that one.
It was ridiculous.
Sounds pretty ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah. I'll find the video and send it to you. It was all over everywhere. Everyone was freaking out about it. There's no way anyone should be able to hit a shot like that.
No. Oh, I know. It was like the really like circus shot one.
Yeah, like it didn't even make sense.
Yes, that did not make sense at all. Who do you think is the MVP? Lately, Steph Curry's been crawling up there. He's probably in the top
Well,
3, 4
I seen a headline today
generation now.
saying I should be MVP, which I don't disagree with. This year's so hard because everyone who's been an MVP candidate and talk about what once upon a time this year, I feel like has been injured.
Yes.
Like they get talked about MVP, boom, injury. Or Steph Curry was injured earlier, but now he's starting to be talked about as the MVP. So I don't know. Jokic, I think,
He's
played
the
the
only
most,
healthy one.
but like
He's
Steph
also putting
Curry's
up
averaging,
ridiculous numbers right now, though. Jokic.
yeah, he's averaging a double double. I was looking it up earlier, but like Steph Curry averaging 31 points, and just what he brings to the Warriors, he makes them a team where they'll beat anyone. Like they'll come out and beat any team on any given night if Steph Curry's fucking playing and going off.
Yeah.
So
Well, when you're
I
hitting
would give
10
it to
threes as a
Steph.
person or 10 threes a game as a person, it's like, how do you stop that at all?
Yeah, there's no stopping that. I don't know. I at this point in time, I'd give it to Steph. Ask me again in a week, and it'll probably fucking change.
Yeah, I would say the only two that I would consider at this point because of injuries mainly is Jokic or Curry. Because Curry's been out, but not that much. Not like LeBron, not
Yeah,
like
Jokic
Embiid.
only played 6 more games than Steph.
Yeah. Who's another option? I know Damian Lillard's up there as well too right now.
I mean, Doncic was up there, and Embiid was up there.
Yeah, Dallas has been on a bit of a run lately as well too.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Like,
Although
Giannis hasn't
Golden
had a
State Golden State
spectacular
just
season.
lost to um fuck 1 second. They just lost to Washington. Washington's slowly been getting stronger out there.
Did Steph play a full game?
He did. He only scored
Well,
18 points.
whoa. Whew. I mean, he was due for a bad game, and by
Oh,
God, did he have one?
he shot 2 for 14 from 3.
7 of 25
But you know
overall.
what? You know you're a good shooter though when you shoot 2 you're 2 and 14 and you still just keep hucking.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Jesus
Um,
Christ. Westbrook had 20 rebounds.
Jesus. Westbrook's been like super he's changed his game style a lot and I kind of respect it actually. He
Yeah,
can't shoot still.
he still shot 5 of 17.
Like he'll have his games where he shoots an actual like normal percentage and he'll pop
Yeah.
off for 40, 50 points. But like you see here, so yeah, it's like the game he shot 54%, which is like a decent game for an average
Yeah.
player. 36 points.
Yeah.
Like he pops off. But
When he
he's
shoots,
just
that's a good percentage because he shoots 20 to 30 times a game.
literally, yeah, he's shooting 31% from 3. Oh, guess what his free throw percentage is?
Oh, it better not be that bad. Like 70s? 60s? There's no way it's for 50.
53.8%. That's
I feel like I could shoot that.
disgusting.
I feel like I could shoot that.
Oh my gosh, that is disgusting.
That is awful.
But Washington is slowly and steadily climbing up there, and they might be in a position where they can go for the play-in game. Like they're 10th seed right now. They're
Really.
2 games behind Indiana for 9th.
So yeah,
Because
I
is a
feel like they
playoff is
never
the
should
playoff
have.
game between 8 and 9?
Well, I think 7, 8, 9, 10
10.
are all included. Hold on, I had
Oh,
it pulled up here.
that's fascinating, actually.
Okay, so the 7th
Oh,
team
that
will
makes
host
sense.
the
Yeah.
8th place team in a 1-game matchup.
Wait, 7 plays 8?
Yeah, for in a 1 game for 7th seed, and then 9th will host 10th place in a 1-game matchup. Loser of the 7th, 8th plays winner of the 9th, 10th in a 1-game matchup.
Oh. So if you're in the playoffs, you need to lose 2 games to not make it.
Yes.
Why is Luca
Well,
complaining about that? That's actually a very good system to it.
no, it's cool. It adds more excitement. It's pretty cool format. I don't mind it. Makes it a lot more interesting.
Way more interesting. I like that idea. That's a very good
Yeah.
plan. Yeah, so then as it stands right now, Washington or Toronto, it looks like. Chicago might, but doubt that, honestly. And then you look at, so it'd be Dallas, Memphis, San Antonio, and Golden State.
San
I think that's
Antonio, they kind of gave up on the season when they just traded away players.
but they only trade Aldridge away
Yeah.
though.
Like you weren't adding. Like they didn't. You can tell they're not trying to go for a playoff push.
No, they don't. They're aware that they don't have a team that's going to make a deep playoff push.
Yeah, so does about 75% of the other teams in the fucking NBA.
True, they're just trying to get in the playoffs and make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, do you think Portland's going to go deep in the playoffs this year?
I
No,
don't know what their problem is, but they're not like what's their record?
they are 32 and 25, and they're currently 6th in the West.
So
They
they're
are
doing
2.5
better
games
now
back
than I
from LA.
thought, but like with that roster, I don't know why, but I just feel like they'd be better than they are. They don't win the big games ever. I feel like every time I look,
The
like
way that I was described to them, I actually really agree. They're a really fun and interesting team to watch, but they
yeah,
don't have the play style that's going to give you the championship though.
like you got Dame, but he's even hot and cold sometimes. He's not all that consistent. McCollum's, eh. You can't. I don't consider him an all-star type player anymore. Nurkic is pretty good, but he's always injured. Melo is, he's there.
He's a good 6 man. That's a starter.
Eh, or even with that. Like he has his games where he goes off. Don't get me wrong, but it's few and far between.
He's a volume scorer. He has
I
to
like
shoot
the
a lot to score a
fucking
lot.
Knicks better than Portland.
Oh, me too. Nick's looking good this year.
Julius Randle's a stud. RJ Barrett, he's still young, but he has his games.
Yeah, I mean, Boston slowly crept back into, they're just in the playoffs now. They're 31 and 27. Last 10, they're 8 and 2, so they're starting to figure some things out right now.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they're always a better team.
Milwaukee's definitely been slipping lately, though.
Well, Giannis is out though. I think.
Yeah.
That is their team. But
yeah.
like we said at the start of the year, they got worse from last year. So
See, Washington, they've gone 8 and 2 in their last 10 games. They've won 6 in a row now.
like with Beal and Westbrook, like I don't know how they were ever that bad of a team.
Yeah, Scott Brooks is that weird coach where he was really successful in OKC, but hasn't done anything in Washington, and they haven't got rid of him.
Well, I think they just know in Washington it's a rebuild. Like they don't. There's like it's whatever.
Or are they just a team that's just there to be a team? Like, are they ever really a serious contender?
They're hoping they eventually get in that position to draft Zion. Speaking of, how do you feel about Zion saying he loves New York and it's his second favorite place to play? He offered that up. Well, he said it's my favorite place to play other than New Orleans, obviously. So clearly it's his favorite place to play.
Okay.
So you don't think that has any impact on Zion? Be like, hey, my contract's up. I'm gonna go dip out. I'm gonna go to fucking New York now.
Maybe.
If you're a Pelicans fan, would that not worry you?
If you're a Pelicans fan,
especially because
it was too good to be true, anyways, to begin with.
RJ
You don't deserve
Barrett is
Zion.
there. Like, could you imagine if Zion went to New York?
Oh, they'd be so good there. Although
That'd
Julius
be.
Randle's already there though, power forward position.
I think quit Zion at center.
Small ball. I don't know if that, but I don't know if yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm not surprised because it's a big
But
market. He'd probably make a lot more money there.
I yeah, oh yeah, especially compared to New
Where's he
Orleans. I don't
from?
know, not a clue.
If he's from New York, then it makes sense that he'd want to go there.
I think I would say it more of like a. You also get to go play with RJ Barrett, who you played college with, and who you're probably a fan of.
Oh yeah, maybe that could be it. He's from North Carolina. I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's going to try and give New Orleans a go, but then he's going to realize what Chris Paul and Anthony Davis realized, that it's just a shitty organization. I want to get the F out.
I still don't understand their situation. Like, I don't understand what they're trying to do here, like, right now.
New Orleans, or
Yeah,
how
like
so?
mainly because of the Lonzo Ball trade speculation. Like, are you trying to win now? Are you trying to tank and get more picks, get hired, and build them with Zion? Like, they should be a better team. What the record shows. Like, you thought they were gonna be a stud. I knew they weren't gonna be that great, but
It's their defense.
yeah,
Because they have like one of the best offenses in the league.
they
Which is weird because Stan Van Gundy is the defensive coach.
maybe it's the thing where he just realizes they got to go more offense to win games.
Yeah, it's the new era of the NBA.
Yeah, because like there's plenty of times, more often than not, where I feel like I see the Pelicans putting up 130, 140.
Yeah, but then they're
You
also
want to
letting
find
in
weird as
150.
well is Zion doesn't get talked about as much as I would have thought.
Yeah, small market team though. That's a big
I
thing.
know, but he's
But
putting up
the thing with
good
small market
numbers.
teams, small market teams won't get talked about unless they're like 1 or 2 seeds. Like even now,
Yeah,
Phoenix is just starting to get talked about again.
yeah, and
Utah's just getting
they've been
talked about
popping.
now. Yeah, like Utah, besides being a Jazz fan, I see no Utah news on like my timeline besides the specific Jazz
That's even
teams I follow.
that's even when the Raptors won the championship. American like sports commentators, they didn't give a fuck about Toronto. Like they're a second thought. Like they weren't talked about, and then we won the
It's a small
championship.
market. Nobody cares about them.
I mean, it's not a small market though. It's a small market if you're looking to the states, but in Canada, it's not a small market at all.
No, not at all. They have a
Like
huge market. Yeah.
they probably have more fans than 90%. Like other than like the Lakers and Celtics, they probably have more fans just specifically because of Canada.
Yeah, aware. It could. I would say they'd probably at least top 5 or top 10 in the league.
Top 10 guaranteed. I would say
Yeah,
possibly top 5. I don't because I obviously everyone's a Lakers fan no matter where you are.
sure. And then
And
everybody's a
lots of
LeBron's fan
Celtics
as well too. So it's like
Well,
they
yeah.
got those two parties. Let's look that up.
I don't know how you could actually look that up.
Biggest NBA fan bases.
But like I don't know how they would be able to.
Okay, here we go. Oh
Jeez.
wow.
What?
Facebook fans.
Yeah, that's a good survey.
It's by Statsia. Ranking the 10 best fan bases in the NBA. Number 10, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, that thing's wrong.
Number 9, OKC. Number 8, San
Yep.
Antonio.
This
Number
thing's
7. See, that's just loyal because like
Yeah.
7 is the Utah Jazz.
Oh.
Here we go. The 25 teams, NBA teams with the most fans. Oh, Detroit Pistons are 25.
But again, like I don't know how you
All right. Okay. So let's do this.
classify these fans.
We're going to go off these fans.
Okay. Who's 1? I don't give a fuck about 25. Who's 1 to 5?
I can't see 2 I can't see 1 and 2 right now. Okay, we'll go
Who's
from
3
3.
and 4? We'll be able to figure it out.
Miami is number 3. Fans,
Okay.
15 million people.
I'm assuming 1 and 2 is Lakers Celtics, unless they show up later.
Yeah, or Knicks. Number 4, Houston Rockets.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. I'm assuming this was made when like James Harden was probably still at their team and
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Number 5, Warriors, Golden State,
Hmm.
with
Forgot about that.
12 million fans.
Yeah.
And then there's a bit of a drop off for number 6, which is Boston with 6 million.
See, I find that hard to believe.
Or sorry, 9 million. 9 million. Sorry.
I know, but I still find it hard to believe.
Wow, Cleveland. So Cleveland must have a pretty big fan base.
Are you
then.
sure this wasn't made when LeBron was in Cleveland?
No, I don't think so. Let me double check this. That's a date. 2020, December to 2020.
Oh, okay.
But I'm assuming majority of those people are LeBron James fans, though.
Yeah.
Wow, number 8, Sacramento Kings.
I could see back in the day, but no.
They might have fans, but they might not just. People might not just go to their games.
That's what I mean. Like when Toronto's in the playoffs winning, like all of Canada is behind them. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
When watching basketball, like you can say, like when any team's in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a weird stat. I'm thrown off for who's 1 and 2 then. So OKC number 9 is at 7 million. San Antonio 7 million as well too. New York Knicks at 11 with 5.9.
Yeah, that's 5.9 seems low to me, but that does make sense that they're a little bit lower just because they've been so shit for so long. But I still think they should be higher than those teams.
Me too. Mavericks 4.4, Clippers
So
3.8.
Are the Raptors up there anywhere?
Raptors 17, 2.7 million.
There's no way they only have 2.7 million.
See, bandwagons though. You got to take that into consideration. How many of these people are bandwagons?
Yeah, that's fair, but I feel like that's most casual sports fans.
That's fair.
Like
this might be like diehard fans.
But how do you calculate that? Like, how do you
fans who probably buy merchandise or like will invest some sort of financial money into their organization?
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Utah Jazz only has 1.8 million fans.
Yeah, well, that's because no one lives in Utah, so
that's fair.
Anyways, I feel like we've covered our basketball talk.
Yeah, I think so. We went a bit over an hour and 10 minutes or something like that.
Do you wanna go through your alien talk?
We can save it.
Conspiracy theories. Okay.
We can save it for next week. We'll see if there's any sports to talk about or anything like that.
Yeah, next week probably not as much. Because the draft's on Thursday next week, I think.
Ooh, you want to do like a post draft, or you want to do it during the draft? Do like a draft reaction here.
We could. We'll see.
We'll see. I might be working. I might not be working. I hope not.
We'll see what happens.
Because I am next Tuesday. I have work till 7:30. So if you wanted to, I could do it like 8:15, or I could also probably do it Monday.
So why don't we do Monday or Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday might work too. That'd be best.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, for another episode of OTD Sports Talk. And if you're listening to this point, please DM me and I'll give you $100 and a handshake.
And a handshake with COVID too, hey?
Oh yeah, we're risking the biscuit for this one.
I like it. What if they live out of